Hello, everyone. Okay, welcome back to Kids Python Challenge. Today's the third session. That means we're in lesson 3. Okay, so let's see where we were last time. Okay, last time we did some calculations using variables, right, such as x, y, and z, right? You remember that? We learned how to assign to y, add x and y, assign it back to z, and also we learned how to use f strings and use the mixture of variables and strings. Okay, and increase x by 1. That's done by plus equals operator, and just like that, just like same decrementing. Okay, the homework was add 25 to x, y, and z, then check the results. Very simple. Okay, let's go back to let's again open the IPython notebook. So go to IPython. Okay, from file menu, open notebook, and maybe ex1 is on there, either in Google Drive or recent. So double click ex1. And then you open it. You go all the way down to there. If you want, you can just run all to make sure that you have the same status as last time. Okay, with which actually we can connect the machine to the internet executor. Okay, so let's go to the bottom. So here, we check that x equals 9, y equals 15, and z equals 22 now. Let's make extra boxes here by clicking code boxes. And the homework was add 25 to x, y, and z, then check the results. So actually, yes, that's very easy, right? We can do it by add to it. So one way is, as I said, x equals x25, or the same shorthand writing is y plus equals 25. Likewise, z plus equals 25. Okay, this is all done. And then in the same cell, we can print x1, x, y, and z. This is the shortest one. Yeah, very easy one. Or, and then shift enter will print 24, 40, and 47. Or likewise, you can just copy this line and paste it here instead. That will make a little more kind way to see what is in it. Sorry, I shouldn't have executed because I did it twice. I have the next further incremented the results, meaning that now x is 59, y 65, and z 72. It's now no big deal. Okay, do you understand? If you have any problems, please write it in the comment section. Okay, let's lesson 3, loop iteration with for. So we sometimes want to do the same thing twice or three times. So we can do it using loop. But before going there, let's do the environment check. So maybe I advise you to open the tools. From the tools menu, go to settings, and then in the editor, here, indentation in spaces. If it's still 2, please change it to 4. Maybe that's easier to use it. So change the space number count to 4 instead of 2 and save it. Okay, then we will have a better life. Okay, so here the point is right from so what we want to do is write from 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, one by one. So how can we do that? We can do it by using for statement. So just follow me. Use any running variable such as I in range 5. Okay, if we want to write from 0 to 4, it's strange, but we use 5. Okay, column, return, and then indentation is 4 spaces, so it drops to here. So print I. This is all. Okay, let's enter. Let's shift and enter this box. So what we have here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning that we wrote from 0 to 4 one by one by using this for statement. Okay, here important thing is for is a keyword, I is a running variable, in is another keyword, and range 5, meaning we want 5 numbers starting from 0. Okay, it's a bit tricky, so let's see it in detail shortly. And then print I. This running variable comes here. Okay, let's see another example. What about the case? In case if you want to print from 2 to 6 instead. Well, if you want, you can try by stopping the video and try yourself and see the results. Okay, let's do that. One way is instead of printing I, we can just write I plus 2. Okay, let's run it. Here, what we have, good. This is what we wanted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So this is one way to print from 2 to 6. Good. So instead of writing I, we can write I plus 2 here. Or alternatively, we can write, this way. So instead of, it cannot be, say, n. Any number will do. Any variable will do. We can write 2, 7 here and colon, print n. Okay, let's see to check that this gives the same result. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's the difference? We now have 2, 7 here, meaning that we start from 7 and stop just before 7, meaning it stops at 6. Yeah, this is a tricky point. If we write 5, it stops at 4, which is in front of 5. If we write 7 here, it stops at 6, and then print n. Okay, this is another way to get the same result as the previous cell. Okay, another one. You can try yourself many things and see how the result will be like. Then the point 3, add numbers from 0 to 4. This is another interesting one. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. Add numbers. So in this case, we make an empty box, such as say any number will be fine. Okay, let's call it my sum in this case. Initialize it at 0, 0, and then do the same iteration. You remember? This will run the number from 1 to 4, right? Then what we want is my sum plus equal I. Okay, let's run it. Oh, it gives nothing. Yeah, it gives nothing because it doesn't have any print. So then we can check the variable my sum. Now you see my sum gives 10. You know, we are right. Okay, 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is exactly 10. So this is very basic way to get the sum of something, or get this my sum takes the records the summing up process and stores the result. And each time for it executes this statement, it will add I to my sum. And finally, it gets my sum. So here, maybe we can check the process by writing both I and my sum. Okay, this will give step-by-step results. So in the first iteration, it gives I is 0, my sum is 0. In the second iteration, my sum I is 1, and my sum is 0 plus 1 equals 1. Then I is 2, and then 1 plus 2 equals 3. I is 3, 3 plus 3 equals 6, and I is 4, and my sum is now added to 6. The result is 10, and the final result is 10. Okay, so check it yourself, right? Change it and check how it works. Then, okay, I'll give you this short one. Please stop the video and do it yourself. Add numbers from 2 to 6. Okay, are you back with me? Okay, let's do it. Like, can you use this box maybe? So as I said, one way is one way was to use, here, I plus 2. This is interesting. I plus 2 will give, this is one way of doing the same thing. Okay, we can check that my sum is 20 instead of 10. Or, like I said, let's copy it. Let's copy it here. Yeah, as I said, you can change here 5 to 2, 7. And then we change it to I, change it back to I. Then we have the same result. Right? Okay. So now you know how to do these summing up of numbers, which is somewhere. Okay? Maybe we will do more exercise next time. Okay, this is all. That's all for today. So I hope you understand that. Again, let's Control S, save the file, and resume it next time. We can, okay, homework, add from 1 to 10 and check the result. Maybe you know what the result should be. So anyway, try to program it yourself using Python and then check the result. Okay, hope you like this. I hope you like this lesson, and I really hope that you will come back next time. Okay, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.